Well, this looks like a ritzy place. I haven't been here in many years. I don't know why, but now I think I'm getting an idea that it's a little too ritzy for us. Hopefully, like a lot of ritzy places, they put the non-desirable things like rare records and such in the back, where the good, proper people don't have to be subjected to them. Let's look around. I found records. I'm going to get the lovely Carrie Rebel to hold the camera for me.
Okay.
And I appreciate that. Let's see what we find. Always look at Black Label Victors. You'll find a lot of country and blues and hillbilly bands and all that. Sometimes on these. See what that bottom record is. No. Always check all the records, even the bottom record, even if you haven't found anything. Found a Hank Williams on Sterling that way. Bottom record in a 100 count stack. And it wasn't broken. And no luck here. Let's just keep it going. We've got a few more records. I see kids' records, but if you remember your lessons, my son made me look through a bunch of kids' records, and I ended up finding a very, very rare soul record by Major Harris. So, and see, kids' record on top, not kids' records underneath. No. Good record area here. Let's put on the glasses for this. Well, nothing yet. Take out a handful so I can flip better. I always try to take care of the records when you're looking through them. One time I went in looking about a week after somebody else did. And they didn't really know what they were doing. All they did was mess up the records and leave behind a lot of good ones. But I know the people that had the store were understandably miffed that somebody went through and just messed up their records. So be a good guest. And then buy their stuff cheap. So I found a lot more things to look at, including reel-to-reel tapes. And this is something I like to buy. Unopened boxes of 50s, 60s, early 70s reel-to-reel tape. Especially if they're very cheap.
What's the Scotch?
Scotch is the brand I usually look for, or Ampex. So that's a nice thing. And now I've got a bunch of 78s to see. Moon Mullican, Good Country Boogie. Already got a few copies of that myself, though. Carl and Marty. I'll have to take a look at that one. I think that's kind of a country bop thing. Reissue Jazz. Bob Atcher. Bozo the Clown. Oh, that's a fun one. Okay, let's see what we've got here. This is a reissue, okay, of Roy Acuff's first record called Doing It the Old-Fashioned Way by the Bang Boys and When Lulu's Gone. Some of the dirtiest lyrics you'll hear on a country record. It's got a crack and a bad chip. I'm going to have to leave it. If it were the original on Vocalion, I would pick it up, but it's a later one. But it's got good slap bass and filthy lyrics. And it's by Roy Acuff, that clean and squeaky country singer who thought he invented country music. So I'm real pleased. I didn't find any records I needed. The Bang Boy records was a reissue, and it had a crack in it and a couple of bad chips. So I ended up with 6 reel-to-reel tapes from the 60s, it looks like, unopened. And I've got several old reel-to-reel tape machines that I still use to record my own music with. Lately I've been using a 1960 portable Sony, a very basic model, but the sound is perfect for what I do, so I'm pleased. So we're going up to the next one, big antique mall up here. We actually drove past this yesterday on our way up to McKinney to see the Argentine soccer game of River Plate, which incidentally they lost.
In half a mile, take exit 32 for Legacy Drive.
And I guess my GPS will talk over this, so that's fine. We'll see if it comes over or not. I better do what she says, though, because otherwise she's going to tell me to take this turn once again. We're going to pass the Hyperbolic Funnel. That's fun. Over the years, I'd bring one or more of my kids here to check for records, and they'd always drop a penny in that. Go Google up Hyperbolic Funnel, and then run out and get you one. How about that? Let's check this place out. Well, we're still looking around. Anytime you see a record player, especially an old vintage one set up, look and see what record is setting on there. Invariably, somebody will set a record on there. One time I bought an Elvis Sun record that happened to be just set on top because they thought it was pretty. And on more than one occasion, I bought an entire phonograph or an old Victrola just to get one or two records that went along with it that they would not sell separately. Of course, it's got to be some mighty good records to spend hundreds of dollars on that, but yeah, it was worth it. What is this? All right, 45s. Buddy Holly Rave On. I'll see what shape that's in. $3 isn't bad. Jerry Lee Lewis. $5. I'll look at it. I think I bought one yesterday for $2, or maybe day before yesterday. Johnny Cash Extended Play, $12, but they taped onto the picture sleeve. I hate it when the people do that. It can really ruin the sleeve. You can magic the tape off if it was put on recently. Hard to do though sometimes. Come on, record gods. I've been good. I've made the sacrifices. Did we make the sacrifice today, Carrie Bear?
I'm not sure.
Ooh.
That is the problem.
If we don't find records, this is all on you. Okay. Well, somebody's gotta. And it can't be me.
Of course. Look what's here.
Ah, good. All right. Carl Mann, Pretend. I saw Carl live a couple of years ago. He's still at it. Well, let's look at what we've got here. Johnny Cash, Sun Picture Sleeve. $12. No, I'm not going to do it. This one originally came with picture sleeve, High School Confidential. Nah. I'll get this one. Rave On by Buddy Holly is always neat. Oh, look. This is nice. Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire. But it's $20 with the picture sleeve. I could, again, taped over the back. That's not going to come off easily. I'll have to pass for now. That's a disappointment. But I will get the Buddy Holly. Rave On is not as easy to find as his other hits. Probably a $15 find. And we have more. Carrie Bear has found them. Well, this is kind of cute. One of these faux patriot things. James Dean, Buy American. Do you know James didn't follow his own advice? I don't think. He died in a German car, I do believe. Well, it was a Porsche. James, don't give me advice you ain't gonna follow yourself. This box of records was covered up with that Ghostbusters thing, so always uncover things when you're out looking. Sometimes you'll find a good stash of 45s hiding, and they will hide from you. Okay, two-handed approach necessary. Well, got lucky immediately. There's Sacker and Sally by the Two Tones. I think I found a copy of that last week. So, I'm just going to keep going. I've got a little stack of oddities here. I'm just going to gamble that they're good and get out to the car and check them out. Well, more 45s. Found 4 so far. Let's see what's hiding in this box. Once again, need that third hand that I wasn't born with. If I could have been born like Franklin Teeny with an extra arm instead of a third leg, I'd do this a whole lot better. That's kind of neat. Wolfman Jack with a Japanese sleeve. I'll keep looking. Okay, so that was great. Ended up with a really nice copy of Buddy Holly Rave On. Then one by a singer named Curtis Lee, who did some neat things. I don't know this one, probably just a teen ballad, but as you can see on the sticker, horribly applied to the label. That was $1. That will take me a little bit of effort with lighter fluid. Saccharine Sally, which is kind of a rockabilly teen thing by the Two Tones, on a local label from up in Gainesville called Lynn. Then another rockabilly-ish thing, Don Wendell. Yeah, Wendell, My Baby Don't Care. This one I don't know, but it's Instant Orange on Orange Enterprises. I think that's going to be a California or probably, I think Arizona label. Probably a psych record. So, beautiful day. My lovely bride bought herself a really neat faux leopard jacket. So, everybody's happy. We're going to keep looking. Well, this is the best one I found in a stack today. It cost $1. It's rough, but I think it'll clean up well enough to play well. It is a monster Northern Soul record. It's worth a lot. Too bad it's not mint. It's got a slight edge warp somewhere. Got to get that damn label off they insisted on putting on it when they put it out for sale. But we'll see what I can do with this. Ha ha.